Hi, I'm Stephanie with Board Game Geek here at Origins 2017 with Sarah Erickson.
Hey, how's it going?
Renegade Game Studios, and she's going to teach us about a cool two-player trick-taking game. This is where we do like the camera zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. The Fox in the Forest. So tell us about the fox in that forest.
Well, it's an adorable fox. That's a very important part of this game. And this is a game that we actually worked on with Foxtrot Games.
So that's why.
Very appropriate.
Yeah.
And they've done several projects with us in the past.
I was going to say World's Fair. Yeah.
World's Fair,
yeah.
Yep. And each year they sort of do a really awesome project. They put a lot of time and effort into it, and every single thing about the game just comes out perfect. So we love working with those guys.
Yeah.
And this game is absolutely no exception. They really did a wonderful job of getting the art to really fit with the game and just be gorgeous. So in this two-player trick-taking game, each player is going to start with 13 cards in their hand.
Okay.
And you can look at all these cards, and it is a trick-taking game, so you choose one of these cards to play.
So what's probably going to happen when someone gets their cards is they're going to do this. They're going to go order them, right?
Yep,
and then
yep.
these
Gotta
go
get them all in
here,
order.
this goes here, this goes here.
Right, you gotta arrange them. And there's a few kind of unusual things about this. There's only 3 suits, so if you were noticing that in your hand, for example, I've got mine all organized now. I only have 3 different suits because that's all there is in the game.
Yep.
Unlike a lot of trick-taking games where there's 4, with a standard deck of cards, this one is only 3. And that's, I think, really important for the two-player aspect of it because it tightens it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
You also only have 26 cards that you're going to have in your hands during that trick.
Yeah.
Then you also have a small deck of these 7 cards. And I left them out here so you can see some of the fantastic artwork. But it would actually be all in a small pile over here, and you would flip one over at the beginning, and this is the trump suit for this hand.
Oh, okay.
Unless something changes it. And I say that because there
there's
are
some cards,
a lot of ways that you can change the trump suit in this game, or just modify the rules of the trick in general. There are things like the witch, and there's one witch in each one of the 3 different suits. And she says when determining the winner of the trick with only one 9, and this is a 9 card, treat the 9 as if it were in the trump suit. So she is in the trump suit. Oh, here, we'll switch her out for this witch. So in this case, if I played her, she was the only 9, you would still have to follow suit. So you would have to play one of these bells if you could, but she's going to be a 9 of keys. So I would win this trick, even though normally without her special power, you would win it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of little sneaky things like that. For example, if you play the 7,
I saw that one,
you get an extra point for that trick, and that's also pretty powerful because there aren't a lot of points that you end up scoring.
Yeah.
After you've played all of the 13 tricks in your hand, you're going to look at how many tricks you've won. And if you have won 7 to 9 tricks, you'll get 6 points, which is a ton. So even just the 1 extra point from the 7 is a big deal.
It's great, yeah.
But interestingly, if you have played only 1 0 to 3 tricks during those 13 tricks, you get 6 points.
So if you can keep them down low, yeah.
It's similar to shooting the moon in hearts,
Right.
which I thought was a great way to add suspense because you feel like you're losing, and then suddenly it's this big comeback at the end.
That'd be good to play with the swan, because if you play and lose, then you get to lead the next trick. So you could force a loss for the next one, hopefully.
It's very possible. Yep. Yeah. So there's lots of dynamic things. They're always changing how the gameplay works, how the rules of each trick work that make it actually possible to play a 2-player trick-taking game.
Yeah, I like that there are powers in the trick-taking game because that kind of adds something to it. It's not just a simple who has the highest number or whatever, you know.
You're not just playing war.
Yeah.
You're actually making good choices out of your hand.
Yeah.
And I do feel like because of the dynamic scoring here, what you're trying to accomplish during each part of that whole round might be different. And it can really go back and forth. I'm winning a whole bunch of tricks, but I notice you haven't won any or you only have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Suddenly I have to try and lose a trick,
Yeah.
which then gives you an advantage and you might be able to come back and beat me.
Yeah,
So,
I probably would.
Obviously, yeah.
And there's a neat little card reference too, so that even if, whenever you get those cards in your hand and then you get one and you're like, Now, what exactly does the monarch do again? So you have those all here so that you don't have to ask that question. And it's the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So it's all the odd cards.
Yep.
And that's on this handy card reference and scoring reference. So you don't have to ask those questions that will give away your hand to your opponent.
This is an invaluable part of this game because I may not have a 9 in my hand, but I need to know that if you have one, that it could have this effect. Because there are only these small number of cards taken out. So if I'm counting cards, I can figure out you probably have that 9 unless it's in there. So I'm going to be nervous about playing something if I don't know.
Which I like that because so on the first time, there's going to be 6 in here that you don't see. So you're going to see this one. But as they come out, then you'll get to see more? Or is this always going to be one random one?
It's one random one, but there are cards that allow you to manipulate this.
Yeah. This is called the decree card?
Yes.
Is that what, so there was something in there about the decree card. The fox. Yeah.
Yes,
the fox
you can
allows
exchange with the decree
Look
card.
at this fox. So you would just do this if you played?
It replaces it.
And this would go here, this would go in your hand.
Yeah, so it says when you play this, you may exchange a decree card with a card from your hand.
So you play this, and then you swap something else out with this. Like you would decide, I want to do that.
Yeah, so you can manipulate that decree card, which can be really a big deal.
Because you might be like, I've got this. I'm going to play the right thing. Here's some more artwork. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. So when is this available? Is this available now?
July 19th. We had a very small number of copies here available at the show.
So it's all gone?
There's a lot of excitement for this game, which I'm really happy about. Like I said, I love working with Foxtrot Games, and Joshua, the designer of this, has just been absolutely fantastic. And he is near and dear to my heart because he also loves Piquet, which is this really obscure French two-player card game that I played on my honeymoon with my husband years and years ago and loved it. So we've fallen in love with that game because it's one of the only two-player trick-taking games I knew
now
about.
it's one of 2.
And he's added to that pool, so I'm so happy that
that's like a really neat story too. Yeah. So July 19th, you'll be able to get The Fox in the Forest. So then it'll be available at Gen Con.
Yes.
Hopefully, right? That is The Fox in the Forest, a 2-player trick-taking game by Renegade Game Studios.